Hey there, Shrek here. I've been gone for a bit. The Elden Ring DLC has swallowed my semi-stable work-life balance, and I've been picking up the pieces since. Regardless, the DLC is good. It's been kicking my ass, and that's the FromSoft fun I've come to expect.
Oh! That was good.
It's been a few weeks since the DLC dropped. Most of the big important secrets have been already found, and inevitably, you'll start asking the same question my brainworms are also asking. So, what are come next after Eldarang? Maybe you'll even start thinking some heretical thoughts, like, is Elden Ring our Modern Warfare 2, and the next FromSoft games are destined to be our COD ghosts? We've already reached our peak, and it's all downhill from here? Well, no. Miyazaki himself said that Elden Ring was close, but not his perfect game. I think the design of the DLC itself is a fairly good hint at more good things to come. So, I'll be breaking down 8 features/improvements that I think could end up in Elden Ring's successor. I had more ideas originally, but they kind of just fell into what I am calling the Ubisoft slop bucket, which is just uninspired, bland ideas that have no risk, no depth, and mean nothing. Anyway, here are the 8, starting with Number 1, improved multiplayer. For some reason, Elden Ring still uses the same outdated, clunky multiplayer system previous From Software games have used for decades. Even thinking about the multiplayer is going to give me conniptions. A streamlined multiplayer system would go a long way. It's no surprise that one of the most downloaded mods is the Seamless Co-op mod. Number 2, endings that mean something. Let's be real. The endings of Elden Ring do not really mean or do anything meaningful in the world itself. All they do is change a cutscene and I'm pretty sure just give you an achievement. That's boring. Do something more interesting. Make my choice to follow the frenzy flame mean something more than just a cutscene. Have it have impacts on the world, in the same vein of things that mean something. Number 3, player choices that actually mean something. In the DLC, we started seeing more options to offer irises of darkness or grace, which would give different rewards. I could see this blossoming into bigger, more important options. Maybe quest outcomes are determined by your choices, and those choices help determine rewards. Make it so you'd have to play through the game more than once, going into New Game Plus, and maybe then the game wouldn't have fallen off as hard as it did. Hey man, I listen, everyone just played the game, right? It's no biggie, right? Everyone had their fun and they were done. They moved on. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Speaking of New Game Plus, number 4, make New Game Plus mean a little bit more. Inevitably, you might end up missing something quest related or tied to an event. And when you finish the game, you might end up going back into New Game Plus just for that one goddamn stupid talisman. But hey, you know what would make you feel the challenge of New Game Plus? Doing something more with the enemies than just extra health and damage. Give them extra attacks. I end up thinking about Champion Gundyr from Dark Souls 3. Remember Udex Gundyr, that first little baby boss you fight? Well, you can fight him again as Champion Gundyr, and his second phase has a totally new moveset. Do that as New Game Plus. Give the bosses new attacks. This is cool. Does that make any sense? Speaking of things that may not make sense, number 5, equipment load changes. I don't know. I'll be real. This one is heading towards the slop bucket. But for me, it feels that these two are good and this one is bad. It would be cool if maybe this one attacked faster but did less damage. Well, this one stays the same, and this one attacks a little bit slower but does a little more damage. A little bit more risk-reward to the whole system. This would actually probably destroy weapon balance even more. Now that I think about it, I don't know. Like I said, heading towards the slop bucket. Moving on, number 6, faster combat. All right, listen, I get it. The DLC moves really fast, and this one just sort of comes down to how I feel. Shadows of the Erdtree made me feel like I was playing the Souls game for the first time. I don't really know why, and I can't quite put my finger on it yet. So it wouldn't surprise me, though, if combat gets a little bit faster than it already is, or perhaps some more depth, replicating that feeling of jumping from Dark Souls 2 into Bloodborne. That being said, Shadows is already very fast with its combat. I wouldn't be surprised if perhaps we start seeing windows to attack inside of boss combos.
Okay.
Speaking of bosses, number 7, fighting bosses again. All right, I get it. This one like breaks the lore, but it would be so fun, man. I want to fight Millennia again without having to play through all of Elden Ring or just the downsides of being summoned. I don't know, man. I think the bosses are cool, and getting to some of them to fight them once and then kill them, I don't know. I'd like to be able to just like fight him again, or perhaps a boss rush. I don't know. And finally, number 8, what happens when you push a man too far? What happens when you bully and make fun of someone for something that they perhaps is out of their control? Is just a simple character trait built into them. A man with nothing left to lose is truly dangerous. I fear that we, as a community of players, has bullied Miyazaki too much for his love of the foot. I fear that Miyazaki is going to snap and go, you know what? Fuck it. Boots is an armor slot. You want to make fun of me for all of these bare feet? Fuck you. Here's the option. You can be barefoot now. And you know what? Let's fucking put out stats 6 months after the game comes out and go, see, you're the freak. You're the freak. You're the freak.